Okay, so what I got today for you, I've been away for a while, but I got this bass. This is an Ibanez GSR200SM. This bass, I bought one just like this for my son who wanted to learn how to play bass, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. I think his was $269 for this bass, brand new. And then I started playing it as I was teaching him, and I thought, man, this bass sounds great. Feels great, sounds great. $269. So I went back down to Guitar Center to see about another one, and I saw a used one on there there's exactly like his, same finish and everything, for 174 used, and it looks pretty much brand new. So I got it. I've been playing it, and I have an Ibanez GSR200SM. They don't make them anymore, but when they came out, they were about a $1,100 or $1,200 bass. I like this bass better than it. I don't think I'm going to get rid of that other bass. I'm going to keep it, but this one I'm just playing a lot, and it really sounds good. So I'm going to demo a few things on it here real quick. Let me know what you guys think. So I'm going to kick on some drums here. I'm using my Boss RC10R. It's looper drum machine. Sounds great. I'm just going to use the drums on this. But so what I've got right now is both pickups full. You've got a front pickup volume, back pickup volume, and a tone. And then it's got this like fat boost. It almost, when you crank it up, it almost kind of clips a little bit. So it gives you a little bit of distortion, but gives you some fatness. Right now that's totally off, and the tone's all the way up, and the pickups are all the way up. So let's see what this sounds like, just pretty flat. So let me know what you think. So that's it with both pickups full and the tone up all the way and none of this fat stuff on it. So let me just play a little bit. I don't know if you can tell that. It really just kicks in a lot of low end. That's it, probably clipping in my input. It's a really fat thing, but that clipping is from my input. And by the way, I'm just going straight into my interface. There's no effects that I'm running this bass through. No compression, no EQ, no amplifier. It's just going straight into my Behringer, whatever it is, 4-channel input. So so let me turn down the input just a little bit here. And kick the fat in. May not be distorting. And I think that's still that's still clipping a little bit. But here it is with it off. You know, see, it went way down in volume. Kicks in some low end, put it all the way up. And you take off some front pickup. It's like a jazz bass sound there. Take the tone off, and you get some Jocko. Anyway, you can tell how much that's what the little bass boost, they call it Fat 2 or something like that, PH PHAT, fat, low fat. That's all the way up. Take it off. Turn the pickups both all the way up. Turn the tone all the way up. See how low it is? And then you kick that fat in. Wow. So now, if I turn my input back up, I got to take the fat off. That's a pretty good level for playing without the fatness. Good tone. 174 bucks for this bass. Here I've been having Rickenbacker basses and real expensive Fender basses, Music Man bass. I've had so much stuff over the years. 4 or 5 Rick basses have come through here. Countless Fender basses, a Music Man, double humbucker, real Music Man, not a Sterling. Anyway, this thing sounds great. Taken off, so that's no fat, low fat. Just a back pickup. Front pickup. Sounds really like a P bass. And you know, a P bass, to me, because it's a one-sounded instrument, if it had one of these fat boosts on it, you could really dial in some great P bass sounds with that fat knob. Sounds a lot like a P bass. Oh yeah. Anyway, both pickups all the way up, tone all the way up. Fat, give it a little fatness. That's a lot of fatness right there. That's like diabetic fat right there. So, gotta watch the weight on this bass. Don't let it get too fat on you. A little bit of fat, a little bit about around the rib cage. Insulation is what I call it. Anyway. That's a good sound right there. Good pop. What is this? Mahogany body with this, what do they call it? It's like a certain kind of maple top. It's got all that squiggly stuff in it. Looks really good. My son's bass has even got more squigglies, but I like the little squigglies here and there. I can't remember what they call it. Certain maple top. It's got a really nice maple back. Can I show you? This way. This maple, I love maple that's like this, where it's really white. And then it's got that Jatoba fretboard, which is that red colored. I'm not really crazy about it, but what I did, because of that redness, I wasn't crazy about the redness. So what I did was I put burned linseed oil on it, and it made it much more brown and brought out the grain. So it really looks nice. I mean, that Jatoba, I think it's called, it kind of looks a little bit cheap. I'm not used to it, so I browned it up with my linseed oil, which really helped. It was dry anyway, and then I put some linseed oil on it, and it looks more brown. It really looks good. It almost looks like cross between a rosewood and a laurel. So, but I'm not dissatisfied. The only thing I would say about this bass, which is nothing functional, it's just cosmetic, is they use a 2-piece neck, so they kind of miter across the neck right here. You can't really see it. I don't think you can see it. But in certain light, you can tell the difference. There's 2 pieces of wood. It's not 1 piece of wood neck, which, hey, you know, it plays great. Can you see the line? If you can see the line, boys and girls, let me know. But anyway, technically, it's 1 piece of wood up here, and they mitered it together right down here. So this is all 1 piece of wood, but from like the 1.5 fret area, like right here, it's mitered on. You can barely tell. That's the only thing I can say. Hey, 174 bucks, 279 or 69 brand new. What do you expect? I didn't expect this. So anything else I can say about this? No, I can't say anything else about it. It's become my #1 bass, and it blew all my concepts about buying really expensive gear. I mean, I love it. I put a lot of money into basses. Like I said, Rickenbackers, real Music Man, a lot of real expensive Fenders. I can't remember what else I've had over the years. It would. I'd have to compare them, and I can't because they're gone. Side by side, but I'll tell you, just playing this, it's so much fun to play. The neck's not exactly like the thin, really thin, like my 1300 Ibanez. It's really thin neck. This is like a little bit bigger jazz bass neck, I would say. It's more narrower than a P bass, but it's more like almost like a jazz bass neck. Maybe it doesn't taper quite so much, which is great, but it feels great in my hands. Anyway, that's it. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm going to probably edit out a bunch of this stuff because I've gone way over what I wanted to go over. It's 10 minutes and 39 seconds. That's way too long. Anyway, I'll just play you guys out and let me know what you think. That's the Go-Go's. That's it. GSR200SM by Ibanez. It's a great bass.